Romano cheese. He's going to be staying up here just for a little bit while he's taking medicine. So all of his test results came back. He doesn't have any sort of like brain fungus, which is good. But he does have like some sinusitis, some rhino something that basically he needs to take steroids. So he's got to be on swole patrol. But the thing with that is that being in the jeepers crim. Being in the enclosure with the other ones, it's hard to administer medication without knowing if he's actually getting it, or if others are stealing it, or if just whatever. So we put him back out for a little bit, and then when Dr. Bill said like, well, he needs to be on a regimen of some steroids just for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that, we're like, well, we'll just put him back in here where we can monitor him, and then he's gonna go back out. So yeah, Romano cheese. And he just came right up. Oh jeez, jeepers crap. Hey mister, he's a big guy. You're a good boy. Yeah, Mr. Cheeseman. Okay. See, he plays with Heidi. He does not, I don't think he wants to play with me. But the thing is, it's like, he's like, oh, but he hisses at Heidi too. And he has that general kind of like, I'm gonna get you kind of thing. We actually do mildly suspect or theorize that some of his he's rubbing that some of the infections that he's been battling with, especially stuff that's kind of sinus and head based and stuff like that, may have, I don't know, made him a little bit almost kind of like how certain athletes can get like CTE, and it might make them a little bit aggressive. We're kind of wondering if he's got some similar kind of thing where some of the infections. But this is all speculative. 100%. 100%. He just has more spice. The others are not. They don't have the spice that he's got. He just kind of, and sometimes it seems like he doesn't exactly want to be that spicy. It just comes out that way. Hello, all you big cat lovers out there. It's me, Derek, again. Welcome to another super duper fantastic episode of the Walk Around the Compound webcast. Hi. Hello. It's a glorious spring day. You see this guy? You see this guy? Fascinating. Oh. Hi. The wind was actually, there was just at the ground level, ever so slight breeze kind of coming this way. So when I was standing over there, not much. But when I stood over here, he's like, I smell you. Selena just loves sleeping in this box. She's got this wonderful SCU inside with climate controlled TV, all that fun stuff. And she says, no, I prefer this box. This box is home. This box is where I want to be. The world has gone digital, but Selena insists on remaining analog. I have to, I do respect. Oh, hi. Hello. Hello. Hello, mister. Hi, Mr. Jake. Hi, Mr. Jake. Hey, Mr. Jacob. What do you know? What do you know? What you got going on? Okay. Okay. Good boy. You feeling kind of sleepy? Kind of sleepy head? Okay. Bye-bye. I'll see you later. Okay. Well, I am trying to film all of these kitties during the sleepy time of day. Fred is fighting it. Frederick James Buchanan Conison III, Duke of Bridgeport, first of his name but the third, is fighting. He is resisting the urge to snooze, to be a victim of sleepiness, but I think he's losing that battle. It appears as if he is losing all of the ground. Oh, he's got a little toe curl kind of going in there. See if that'll kind of jostle him a little bit awake. But the air and the sun and the warmth and the breeze, just too powerful. Too powerful. Its soothing effects. It's just like a mist of Benadryl is just floating around, knocking cats out left and right. Can't even tell. Can you see? Yes. Yes, you can. Hi. Hi. You're never so sleepy that you just refuse to like get up and say hi. You're never so sleepy that you're like, you know what, I cannot for the life of me envision, like getting attention right now. Ugh. I know. It's you would never think that. No. I will always choose attention. Always. She's a good girl. She's a good girl. Oh, there we go. Look at that. He's up. He's up on top of that box there. No, he's not. Now he's on the ground. Okay, Will's play-by-play. Hi. Was that necessary? Do you feel better? You could have stayed up on top of the box. You were looking pretty handsome up there. Could have stayed up there. I wouldn't have faulted you for it. I didn't think that it was... Because we're not really... I don't think that we're exactly accomplishing a whole lot right here with this. Just doesn't seem... But it's alright. It's alright. Trailer just showed up. Oh. Oh. Hey, Fred. Hi. Did you win? Did you win? Did you win? Are you victorious? It's good. It's good to know. It's good to know. Ooh. Nice. Wait a minute. Someone's over there. It's probably Bandito. They have access to, the kids have access to the far other side. They can go back and forth. Vines are starting to come in nicely. Really starting to grow in some spots. Or, trying to, like every time Heidi comes in here, she's always like taking like vines that are kind of hanging down and then like weaves them through the fence a little bit more. A little bit more, a little bit more. Because that's how you get them to keep on like catching and growing and providing that natural canopy. Bandito. Bandito. So yeah. They can go back and forth. See this gate's shut here, and then they can go back and forth. Cause when you give because they don't have access to this one or this one, because Nye and Shanti can come into here. So Nye and Shanti can go into there. So then the kids, it makes it a little bit more difficult for them to kind of go over here. So then we want to give them like 1, 2, because they don't got the 1, 2. You see what I'm saying? And it's such a weird thing because they can be in this one, sharing basically a wall and being ostensibly closer. So the distance between, because there is a little bit of a space, but the distance between, there's 2 fence lines. You can see, there's one fence line, there's another one, maybe about 2.5 feet, 3 feet between the fences. It's narrower than here, so it's squeezed tighter between, so the alleyway and then where Nye and Shanti's enclosure is. They can share that fence line. And they do yell at each other a little bit, but for the most part it's fine. But if you have, the kids are here and Nye and Shanti over here, it's just constant. They're swearing at each other all the time, hurling curse words. Don't know why. It's like, why that's okay, but this isn't. It's very strange. Oh, big stretch, big stretch, big stretch, big stretch, big stretch. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know what she's doing. Miss Shanti. AKA, it's Mama Shanti, but I'm just calling that Shanti. It became my Shanti too. So, the risk of confusing everyone. You gonna roll in the grass? You gonna roll in the grass and do some grass rolling? It looked like you were gonna for a second there. But you're just like, no, I'm just gonna dip my butt in the grass. Bloop. That's all I need. Not a full roll. I'm busy. Little butt dip. Okay, cool. Here we go. I was actually looking all around. There's Max. I don't know where Mia is. Well, he's just kind of hanging out. Which he just is enjoying the space a little bit more. It seems like. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Juno, stop. Stop whatever you're doing. Junie. What are you doing? What are you doing? Look at those beats. Or beat, I should say. One beat. Hi, baby. Hi, sugar pie. How are you doing? There's little Junie. Little Junie. Chun chun. And then that's Loki. Loki's in that one. So I didn't even notice. I looked in here before, but she was so tucked far back and underneath. That's Luna. Luna's in this one. So Juno, Luna, and then Loki over there. So it's nice. She got the thing over there, and it's closed off, and then you got this one over here too. So that's kind of neat, and it's able to, so that there's like multiple security kind of layers. It's really nice. Hey, Munch. And then I'm gonna go check and see. I think I saw Luca over here. At least I thought I saw Luca. I thought I saw Luca. Oh no, he's over here. Hi, Luca. Luca Puka, Puka Luca. Yeah. Nice. Good boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Yeah, he's a good boy. Indeed. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this guy's over here now. Hi. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. Okay. But I don't know if we're not to snuffling yet. If we're not there yet. Yeah. Moving him over here was an ordeal. It was an ordeal. It was not a straightforward kind of thing. Sometimes it's like super simple, super straightforward. Cat goes into the transport cage, you load them, you move them over, and they just get right out. No muss, no fuss. No muss, no fuss. But munch. Oh, there was complications. There was complications. It was not straightforward. And he did not. He actually got loaded up into the transport cage fairly easily. But then he started like really kind of not having a good time with the transport cage. But then we're sitting there thinking like, okay, if we don't get him moved, then we're not going to be able to get him into the transport cage again. Which then there's a whole nother host of issues that can go along with that. So then, like, what are your options? Like, if you can't get them into a transport cage, it means that you have to sedate them, which could come with a whole other list of risks. And is it like, do you want to risk sedation? You do want to risk the complications of sedation just if you're trying to move a cat from one enclosure to another enclosure. So then we had him in the transport cage. We're like, all right, let's go forward with what we've got. Let's go forward with what we have. So we get him moved, and he's not having a happy, he's angry. Which, I mean, like, a lot of times that's just like an expression of like, he's just kind of freaked out and kind of scared. And instead of a flight response, he has a fight response. And we get him. But the funny thing is like, so he was not having a good time he wasn't having that best of time in the transport cage. But once we started getting the transport cage moving, and when we had the transport cage hooked up to the mule, and when we were pulling it, he was actually maybe at his most calm. He's like, I don't know how to feel about this, but okay, I guess. And then we got him hooked up over here, had the gates open, had the transport gate open, and he wouldn't leave. He would not leave the transport cage. He wouldn't leave for food, he wouldn't leave for affection, for people, toys. You try to grab, a stick. I broke some leaves, broke some some branch off. Was like, trying to like tickle on him. He's just like, hey, come on, just move. And he's like, and he was biting that. Then so you just continue. You progressively escalate your motivations, because it's not an opportune situation. Having a loose transport cage, it's not loose, but having a non-permanent fixture, because that's what a transport cage is. It's a non-permanent fixture. It's not welded to the side of the enclosure. Having that affixed to an enclosure for a prolonged period of time, it's something that we just would rather not have. We want to get the cat in so that we can then secure the gates, which are the more, as the enclosure is designed, more permanent fixtures. But he wasn't having none of it. I even, at one point, so we're trying all sorts of different types of stuff. And of course, I remember Heidi even had she had meditation music going on her phone, and just trying to talk to him, tell him your enclosure is going to be super cool and you're going to have so much fun. Because the big thing is that enclosure was just not good for him anymore. he had this thing where he was getting to the top, that top concrete thing, and just like dive bombing off, and he was gonna eventually just hurt himself. And it's like, no, you gotta, progressively you gotta go down and platform. And he's just like, I don't know. I'm gonna go point A to point D. Wow. There was one point where I had taken a 2x4. Because basically, like so transport cage was here. And then I had taken the 2x4, and then I put it into the side of the transport cage, and I was just gonna try to like boat oar, kind of like, like pulling it so that it just kind of like levers, where it's just like, okay, we want you to go this way. It wasn't just kind of, like on a ship, like the old ship oar. So I had the 2x4 in there, and I was like trying to lever on his tushy just to get him to like be like, go over there. And he was just like, he's like, nah. And he like turned back around. He bit it in half. He bit all the way through it and split it down the middle. Like effortlessly. It was nothing to him. Hi. Yeah. Tried all, like hide under a blanket and like be a scary ghost. That didn't work. And it just gets to the point where it's just like, look, the more we're trying to because he was not having it. And like any, like people tried talking to him or something like that, and he would just start snarling and just like, again. So then we're like, look, while we got the only thing we can do, and this is not the situation that we want, but we're going to get cargo straps, ratchet straps. We're going to cargo strap the transport cage to the side of the enclosure, make sure that everything is as secure as we can get it, wiring fence panels in and all that stuff. And then we're just going to leave them alone. Again, it's one of those things where it's like, it's like, because it's an unpermanent structure, and it's just not how we want it. You want to be able to get everything back into the state of normal and the state of like the way that things are designed. But we got everything all secured, and we're like, all right, Munch, we're leaving. It's up to you. And hours. He was just, the transport cage was there. Doors were wide open. And he just sat in the transport cage being just like, there are ghosts inside this enclosure. You guys are trying to trick me. This enclosure's haunted. I don't want to leave. Take me back. This sucks. I hate all of you. That's basically what it was. And he just sat in there for hours. I went to check on him at 1 a.m. So we started like early afternoon trying to get him moved and loaded. And then, like when it was getting dark, we had to leave him alone. Left him alone. And then at 1 a.m, before I like went to sleep, I came down to check on him to see maybe he finally calmed down and maybe he went into the enclosure. And then he was just still in the transport. We had the mule backed up so that it was just like extra weight on top of the ratchet straps. And he just was still inside that transport cage, just like, bleh. And we're like, ugh. Finally, Heidi, when she went to go check on him the next morning, at like 6:37 in the morning, she had sent me a picture, and he was just sitting out there in the grass, just being like, oh, this is okay. We're cool. False alarm. It wasn't that bad. So we're like, okay. Yay. You did it. But everything has been, yeah, this whole thing has been refitted for him. He's got extra space, extra shade, extra grass. He can't get so high that he jumps off things that is going to hurt him. So this is a better enclosure for him. It took a while of convincing him that it was the right thing and it was the right move. All right. Well, anywho. Thank you for watching this episode of the Walk Around the Compound webcast. Hashtag Dorbist Award in the comment section below. Like and subscribe for all of your big cat goodness. And if you want to learn more about the facility around me, you can always visit the website KRSQTexas.com for more information. You keep them tigers fed. Big shout out to the extra fancy patrons. I see you. You are so fancy. And thank you so much for your continued support. And we'll see you next time. All right. Bye-bye.